pretty sure he did.
Haven't been a very good commentator paying attention. And they're off.
Oh, yeah, actually has a 50-42.
Okay.
But anything could happen. So we're just taking the developer-intended warps right now. But you'll be seeing the next level. They may or may not go for a wrong warp. I certainly expect Luke to go for it.
I agree. He's an aggressive player. He knows a lot of very, very interesting strats.
Huh. Interesting. I'm not sure what just happened.
Oh, for Shokushu. And he tried to go for the task main brace.
Yeah, so some levels like this one are really just basic, just throw to the warp and exit. But there are so many wrong warps in the first two worlds. There are actually 3 in the first 2 worlds alone. And missing each one can cost you 10 or more seconds in setup time mostly.
Right, it's
another
not
trick
wise.
we just got, which is the Luck Joel.
Seems like my stream is way behind here. Let's reload that.
Yeah, I see Luke has just entered top sail, and he nailed that snake double jump coming out. He's doing Luke sail, his namesake, and he got it. Wow. He just did that level probably faster than anyone else in the tournament so far. Can you see some Canis Infinites in chat? Will they get 0? Will they get 10? Will they get 18?
Will they get 18 and set a new world record? Who knows? Moving on to the fakes. It's preferred to get fakes in this phase, only because they fall at a faster rate than in the first phase. Luke making his way onto World 2 for the second wrong warp, or third, I guess.
And Shokushu also had a really good World 1 for the strats to use.
Ooh, the clobber falling in the lava.
2-1 jump. Oh my goodness. Oh
I think
my goodness.
He's going for swag world record, it seems.
Looks like they both got the 2-1 wrong warp.
And Luke does not get the big boy. Yeah, team throw double jump. This could be Shokushu's chance to catch up if he can land the trick.
No, he didn't go
doesn't even
for
go
it.
for it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's proving. I mean, just look how far apart they are. It's really not that much. You know, Luke has done every wrong warp, and Shokushu is not, and yet it's really only looks like 6-8 seconds apart. Depends on stream delay, though. I think yours is still really different than mine. I'll refresh as well.
He just hit the target in Lava Lagoon for me.
Okay.
Exiting, just entering Red Hot Ride now. Okay. Now, Luke taking it a little bit safe on that balloon, waiting for it to nudge to the right just a little bit before completing the throw. It's a precise throw for new runners and old runners alike. Shokushu being very safe with the balloon throw.
Yeah, it's just not worth it in a race to risk falling in the lava.
Exactly. That's got to be 25, 30 seconds lost if you fall in the lava.
It did more than undo all the wrong warp save time. So. Really just deathless, as we saw last night with Proexel's race with Kolthor, that just simply not getting any deaths, not missing any of the strats you go for. Like, you can beat somebody who does harder strats, but misses just 1 or 2 of them, resulting in a death.
Right. Luke Luke getting ready for the third throw leading into Lava Fly. And of course he goes for it. The 2-1 jump on top of the cave.
I've
Who
never
is this
seen
guy?
anybody do that before.
Well, Luke does have a reputation of being an aggressive player. He knows a lot about the game, movement-wise. And
He's
so
having
it's,
a very good cleaver fight. You notice the way he left the cannonball in the corner there, which does make it slightly faster.
Shokushu opting not to do the Lava Fly.
It looks like a 5-3x World 2 for Luke, which is really good for
Right. Very
fun
clean.
games.
Very clean. Moving on to World 3 now with the real game coming up.
Yeah,
Very
things
tricky,
will get
precise
even-
platforming.
Things will get even more interesting here. He really goes for a lot of cool strats. Looks like Shokushu got right around the 6-minute mark.
It's a respectable time. Getting a very optimal dismount. Rolling under the first barrel there saves, I believe, 0.3 seconds. And here he's throwing into the second barrel, which is a little slower, but it does store an air... Oh, I'm fumbling over my words here. An airborne state.
Don't fly.
Yeah, so that he can clear this puddle of water here in one flutter after taking damage from the cloak.
Yeah, that's definitely a place where one can struggle to sometimes not quite get the full height and distance needed.
Yeah, it took me quite a while to get it down. Shokushu also going for the team-up throw.
Yeah, so yeah, Shokushu just barely having the height to make it to the end.
Yeah, that was really
They're
close.
both on glimmers now, which is really deceptively hard level. I've actually heard a lot of people say that it is the single hardest level in the game.
I would agree with certain people. It's very easy to lose time. Deceptively easy. Every corner that you take has to be... you can't touch the corners or the walls. You can lose anywhere between seconds and frames. And they add up very quickly.
Yeah, while they do though, when you're first starting out, people tend to think, don't worry about that. Like the truly hard levels really are levels like Webwoods, Crackhead, Mudhole, levels where you can die super easily.
No, not
But-
quite getting the kibble swap at the end.
Yeah, that's what Void means by saying to optimize. Like I see two different classes of difficulty. One is how likely are you to die or / miss a wrong warp that loses a lot of time.
Luke taking the
That's what I'm
first
saying.
death of the race.
Crackhead. This level we call Crackhead is a really easy level to die in.
There's a lot in this level that can kill you, especially those barrel rolls and gap rolls that he's doing. Very precise.
Under the reed.
The second time through, Luke getting halfway with no problem. Coming up to the RP jump. Thought to be only TAS viable.
Is that true?
Yes.
Dang, dude.
At first it was thought to
This is
only
God
be
right now.
TAS viable. At first it was thought to only be TAS viable.
Shokushu taking damage, but fortunately, taking damage is a much smaller deal than actually dying in most
Right.
cases. So about half a level apart now. Luke making it to the end of Crackhead, which is the most likely part to kill you. So he's probably feeling a bit relieved right now. Uh-oh. Oh. Kyushu.
Doesn't quite get the barrel that spawns the crop
Yeah.
kids. Tried to see if he could fake it by jumping on the flutters, but alas, it was not meant to be.
Ooh. As I said, this level is, I would call it one of the top 3 killers. This mud hole, which is a very similar level in the swamp, and Web Woods, the spider level. I'm sure you all familiar with the dangers in that.
So when I was a kid playing through this game, that level always gave me nightmares. Oh, I'm missing. He's having a hard time in this level tonight. Hope it doesn't get into his head. It's very easy to get into that state of mind, especially this early in the run. Luke remembering that at the end of Rattle Battle to pick up another Kong to set up the super jump for Slime Climb.
Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, this level could maybe change the lead, even if Luke were to mess it up. That's how important Slime Climb is in this run.
Right.
But yeah, I hope
going for drum slime.
He's crazy. He's absolutely crazy.
This man must be stopped.
Guys, this strat that he's going for is...
And he gets it.
One of the riskiest things you can do in a run, and he got it. Essentially what he did is he loaded those beetles much faster than most people would, which puts it at higher risk of basically failing the wrong warp. But if you have like extremely precise like ways of climbing the ropes, then you can do that and save a second or so.
Luke making very short work of this barrel maze.
Shokushu finally out of Crackhead.
His way to Rattle Battle. Another deceptively hard level, only because of the rotating hitboxes, it seems.
Yeah, and there are some pits as well that can sometimes surprise you. Like, you know they're there and you just don't expect to go anywhere near them, but it's out of the blue. Like, what happened?
Luke makes it out of Bramble Blast by getting a safer alternative to the Vine Clip trick, I should say. He made a little bit of a jump before throwing Dixie onto the... I'm not sure what the name of that enemy is. Clump? Or is that in DKC3?
These are clamp-ons.
Clamp-on.
But
Sorry.
Pretty much all called from DKC1 critters, I think.
Claptraps.
Claptraps, yeah, claptraps, of course.
That's them. Right, I'm getting my donkey lore confused. Oh, what an unfortunate death for Shokushu to take.
Yeah. That's at a very unfortunate time in the level as well, because that's the single final real obstacle.
Jumping on the last 3 enemies. Luke fighting his way through Cudgel's contest, opting not to do the quick hit strats, which is surprising. I guess he doesn't know it.
It's incredibly risky, but so is Drum Slime.
Which is why I'm surprised. Moving on to the final hit now.
No. Shokushu down to 1 life, which actually translates to 2 attempts in this game. 0 counts as life.
I'm not sure if he's been playing the game since the tournament brackets went up. I haven't seen him streaming it.
Luke, I believe, just about getting the sub 14-minute World 3.
And unfortunately, Luke has disqualified himself by performing the dustpan jump, which is really unfortunate, so congratulations, Shokushu, for winning your first round.
Okay, good. He jumped out of the damage there. After you take damage as an animal buddy in this game, you can always jump immediately after if you time it right. And this time he was ready. I think he could have actually done it last time as well, but he took damage and then he jumped out of it to safety.
Let's see if... Oh, what an... Luckjaw did not want him to do that. So it looks like he's going to try
to... what he's doing. I guess that was probably for the better. You want.
He goes back
oh
into
no,
the
he's
level.
not getting another Kong. Oh my. In attempting the wrong warp in this level, you need to enter with 2 Kongs.
Right.
And it seems as though he's opted out of it. Oh. Oh, I see what he's doing. Interesting. He's trying to do the same super jump, but a little higher. Alright.
He tries the water swap up top.
This is his last life, so I'm curious if he's going to save. There, he's rolling deep.
He's going in.
This man is rolling deep, folks. Let's pray for him.
Oh. Well, he gets the half super jump. So
Yeah,
get up to there.
he needs to survive this level, though. I'm not sure when the next DK Pro is going to be. Luke, meanwhile, doing the probably the most straightforward level in the game. Is an auto-scroller and an easy one at that.
There is one mandatory trick at the end, though.
That's true, and he
misses.
That's the other thing you can do in that level. So, but it's a classic mistake. You can save like 0.5 to 1 second throughout the course of this auto scroller by skipping 2 of the mosquitoes, and there's a risk of dying. And as you saw, it can be pretty devastating.
Closing the gap here, Shokushu going for these quick shots and Bramble Blast. You have a 3-frame window once you enter the barrel to shoot in the same direction that the barrel is in, saving significant time.
He's about to get 2 extra lives here, 1 from bananas, and then there's a free life right around the corner. So it's looking a lot better now.
He's back into shape. Opting out of the vine clip, onto the Maze of Shame skip. Gets it handily. It's very easy to get stuck in the barrel on the left when you're throwing up to do the Maze of Shame skip. I know I've done it a few times.
Alright, on to Cudgel. And Will Luke, he's still going for the mosquito skips. And now for the most important skip of all, the skipping of being not rolling deep. And Luke is rolling deep, so he got the swag balloon.
Moving on to Brambler. Bramble Scramble, or as we call it, Brambler. It's hard to not call these levels by the names that we give them.
Oh my, these ropes. So it's really important you climb those ropes quickly there, and Luke climbed them extremely quickly.
Having problems with the clash.
Yes, it looks like it will be a first try Brambler for Luke.
Goodness, he jumped over. Shadows to Conditioner.
Very well done, Brambler. And on to another auto-scroller, but this one is certainly harder to survive in, and that's because you're moving twice as fast. And to top it off, you don't get a midway barrel. It's like a very big source of time loss very early on. Or later on if you have trouble with the number 9 guy.
It's easy to have knee-jerk reactions when you see those signs that have the exclamation marks on them to jump.
Yeah, that's true. It gets you so like on edge, like when's it gonna be that like you jump too early or something. Alright, so Shokushu in World 4 now. He did not go for the dustpan jump, which means he is qualified.
He is qualified himself.
What Luke did get the swag balloon. We'll have to see what Shokushu does there.
Yeah, we're gonna need to have a meeting after this race, I think. Decide whether or not to qualify or disqualify Luke.
So earlier I was talking about levels that are likely to kill you versus another type of level. Here you get a perfect look at what that is. On the right we have,
RNG.
actually left. On the left we have Luke doing a level that's very difficult and likely to kill you, whereas Shokushu is doing a level that is very, very difficult to do optimally.
I'd call this one of my favorite levels, actually, Hornet Hole, the one that
Hornet
Shokushu.
Hole, yeah. It's a level of subtleties and so many little things that can add up. And Luke dying immediately before halfway, or did he go for midway skip?
I would not be surprised if he did.
Yeah, he may have tried to skip midway, which is probably the riskiest strat in this level.
It's ironic, when I was learning this level and doing the invincibility strats, I always skip midway. But when I learned how to do the proper eagle pit, I always get it now. Oh no, it's the other way around. I never go for midway now that I have the proper eagle pit strats.
Yeah, I find the eagle pit to be a little easier. But yeah, wow, he did not go for under midway.
Second time.
So it must have been, sad we didn't see it, it must have been a really surprising death.
Taking damage. Seems to right the ship, though. Going up to the wrong warp. A relatively finicky wrong warp, too. A lot can go wrong, starting with the throw right here.
Yeah, and even just not landing in the cannon with the cannonball.
Right.
Yeah, very precisely set up.
Oh, and he doesn't get it.
Not quite there. I'm not sure what happened there. He may have gone right too fast. Essentially, you want to land on the left side of that platform, wait until the cannonball hits the beetle in the front, and then move forward. So if you move forward too much too fast, you can sometimes get the wrong IDs like that.
Right. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what went wrong when you fail the wrong warp in a run. You can just get out of the bonus stage and either go back to try it again or try to finish the level warpless.
Yeah, it's an extremely finicky level that is hard in a lot of ways. DK barrel. Let me see.
Going up to the big boy. Goodness.
No swag balloon.
It was close.
But it seems more difficult if Dixie is in front to get the swag balloon.
Yes, your visual cue changes as she has a different jumping mechanic than Diddy.
I feel like it's not quite as high either. I'm not sure. But, wow, Luke went for Via Boy. That's another one of those super optimal strats that hardly anyone goes for. Shokushu doing safe ropes on Brambler. See if he gets the clash.
A little too late.
Yeah.
A little bit too late. It's hard to get that clash correctly. You have to really get Dixie into the corner and let go of the D-pad.
Yeah, he must release the D-pad.
Okay, the double jump at the end.
Yeah, very clean double jump there. Almost all the animals seem to have some double jump mechanic. Going into the bird here, which we'll see a lot towards the climax of the run.
Too late again. Down to 2 lives. 1, technically. 2 technically, 1 visually.
Yeah, the problem with Bramble Scramble Wrong Warp is every time you mess it up, you have to just die.
There's no resetting the trick, right?
Yeah, you can try, but you kind of have to get lucky. Or just really, really, really understand the mechanics of it.
Oh, finally getting the clash towards the crook to throw, and he gets it. On to Rickety Race for Shokushu.
Awesome.
While Luke finishes up King's Zing Sting. Still waiting for our first 2-cycle boss of the game, of the tournament, I should say. World 5. In this level, you can almost take a break. Just fun platforming, good movement training in this level.
Yeah, there's literally no chance you could possibly die on this level. And I'm totally not trying to jinx Luke. I'm being very sarcastic. There's several points in this level where you skip one of the ghost ropes by rolling under it. And also the optimal route has you skip midway, as Luke just did.
Right.
So your deaths can be extra costly here. And the end has a trick that can definitely kill you. So yeah, Luke going for behind the rope there, which is the slightly safer version of the ending.
Mm-hmm.
And lands a plank.
Well, Luke seems to be breaking all the rules here. He is certainly making up for it with swag points.
Shokushu entering Mud Hall, which is slightly worrisome because it's a level so similar to Crackhead, which gave him trouble earlier. Let's see what happens here.
Oh.
Goes under. Ooh! Man. That's unfortunate, but I admire that he went for the hard strats there.
Jumps out of it. He recognized that he wasn't going to get it. Very wisely jumps out of the roll. The gimmick to the level that Luke is on. Oh, I'm sorry. Shokushu takes invincibility strats. Going through the Eagle Pit here makes it much safer at the expense of just a little bit of time. There's a couple of routes that you can make through the Eagle Pit. Jumping on top of all the Eagles is a little bit safer. Oh, and Luke getting hit by the B that's exclusive to the J version.
Mm-hmm.
B's hitbox is quite big.
Yeah, you need to jump later than you would expect. Whereas DKC1 is exact opposite. Shokushu doing the Dixie strat for the wrong warp there, which is actually a little more consistent, I think. Alright, heading into another level that's likely to maybe kill somebody, which is it Gusty Blade? Yeah, Gusty Blade.
Right. Oh, just misses out on the chestless strats.
Yeah.
We'll see how his pillars go.
There's a lot of DK barrels in this level, but there's so many pits that it's really easy to die.
Those pillars are made of ice as well, or it feels like you can slip off very easily.
Yeah, pillars are not to be underestimated.
Again, rolling under midway. Now, when you're on these hooks, you have to time the wind to your jumps. Time your jumps to the wind, I guess, would be the better way of putting it.
Kyushu seems to be having a pretty clean end to Ramby Rumble here. No double jump though. PCP, as we call it, Parachute Panic, is level Luke is on, and it pretty much speaks for itself.
The developers want us to take these purple birds and fly all the way down, but we don't want to do that because it takes way too long. So we're just going to fly down ourselves. Strategically fall as it would appear. Excuse me, as it would appear. Excuse me, please.
This level is reminiscent of some NES platformers in the way you have to fall down very quickly while moving left and right very accurately.
Very clean PCP for Luke so far. Yes.
Did he
grabbing midpoint parrot?
Oh man.
He did grab midpoint parrot, unfortunately. So he lost some swag points there. He's gonna have to make them up in Webwoods, which I know he can. He has unorthodox ways of performing the gap of the eagle pit, second eagle pit.
Shokushu entering World 5 now. Let's see how his luck is on the same very dangerous levels.
Very risky strats for Luke. As I pointed out earlier, he's a very aggressive player.
So yes, this could be a PB for Luke.
Oh, he is absolutely on PB pace. I'm told by the chat that he's on 43 pace.
He's already done 1 damage boost in this level, which allows you a secondary hop, which can cover a lot of distance really quickly. There are 2 of those in this level. Luke doing an interesting route for the Eagle Pit, which is one of the most difficult parts of the level. Wow, I've never seen these strats. Interesting.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure why he does the strats that. Oh,
unfortunately, the web platform did not come out. That's really the danger in this level. Is it's very often that you'll think that you're going to just create a platform under you and then
another missed damage boost,
or it won't like open up.
Shokushu make very short work of Ghostly Grove, moving on to Haunted Hall, or as we like to call it, Tupac's Library, reminiscent of the ghost that's chasing you, looking like Tupac Shakur, and the setting of the level being in a library.
Luke having additional trouble in Webwoods. Probably the #1 killer. I think we may see more deaths in Webwoods than any other level throughout the tournament. But then again, if we're counting Brambler, then it's probably Brambler.
I'm not sure why he goes for that strat underneath. It seems to create a lot of lag.
Yeah, it seems riskier, but I'm sure he experimented. Alright, so yeah, looking good this time. Apparently our audio is way out of sync and we're giving spoilers.
No, Luke is typing in the chat, which is giving spoilers.
Oh, okay. Crow 2 is also a boss that's not to be underestimated. I don't know if we mentioned the king earlier, the bee. Both the bee and Crow 2 here can definitely be an unexpected source of deaths late in the run. One tends to feel so elated after surviving Webwoods that if you're on a good pace, you may forget that this boss also can definitely kill you.
Right. Getting a very good spawn in the barrel though, right? It's up to this last set of ropes here, which can be very tricky to maneuver. Moving on to the third phase for Luke. Overall, not a bad Crow 2 fight.
Luke now on World 6, Shokushu is right around the halfway point of World 5. Luke doing Arctic right now. Any time in really any Donkey Kong Country speedrun where you're in water, it becomes very difficult to optimize the movement. Arctic is certainly no exception.
Of course.
Alright, Shokushu so far doing pretty clean in World 5.
Opting for Dixie strats, which are a little bit safer at the end of the level to just hover over the entire end of it, ensuring that you have Dixie at the end so that you can enter PCP with the right Kong order. While Luke gets the diagonal dash at the end of Arctic Abyss, which is done by charging a dash and letting it go just as the water touches you and is bringing you down. And that brings you down in a diagonal motion.
Shokushu taking damage and Parachute Panic, but he's able to navigate the Kong with invincibility past all the beads and then dodge the rest. Once
Having
again,
to take
using
this.
invincibility damage boost. And yet a third invincibility damage boost. It really is not costing him that much time to do these strats, and they're
No, not
a
at
lot
all.
more consistent than the optimal strats. I don't blame anyone for doing strats in this tournament that are going to guarantee, in their minds, survival on the level. But we'll see about Webwoods. Definitely the hardest level in World 5. Will he make it deathless? And here comes Ghetto Bees from Luke. Absolutely nailing Ghetto Bees. Skipping 2 bees there sets him up for the next level by still having 2 Kongs.
Right. To perform the Castle Crush glitch. The longest auto-scroller in the game, roughly 4.5 minutes, is cut down to 2, I believe, with this goalpost summon.
About 2. But you can't do the glitch if you don't have 2 Kongs, so that's why the trick we referred to as Ghetto Bees is pretty dangerous.
Luke
Shokushu
having
making sure not to die.
That barrel that Luke is holding in his hands and very dangerously playing with holds the fate of the run in his hands. So if that barrel breaks or if he takes damage, he has to immolate himself and start the level over again and ensure he has both Kongs.
Alright, here's the home stretch for Shokushu and Webwoods. This is really the final pit that's likely to kill you. And it's a long one. Web's just barely not despawning before he gets off them.
Taking it very well. Good job.
Yeah, Deathless World 5, it looks like.
Slowly making ground on Luke.
Luke now going for the glitch.
Properly breaking the barrel and taking damage, making sure to kill those spawnies to reduce lag, and it summons the goalpost.
Now Luke is in the gauntlet, so we call it, after the relatively calm interlude of Castle Crush. The rest of the levels in the game are among the hardest.
I thought you were going to say the relatively calm first 6 worlds of the game. Moving on to the gauntlets.
No, but yeah, all the chips are on the table at this point. I'm curious if Luke is still on PB pace.
After those deaths.
Slow Webwoods, yeah.
Oh, he's taking very unorthodox routes here.
Yep, it's a very cool strat that I don't think anyone has ever done in a race before. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, taking a little bit of extra time here. Hopefully he can roll out of this. Yes, he's safe.
Now for the final wrong warp in the whole game. And one of the harder ones as well. Chain Link Chamber, as a kid, always seemed like the hardest level in the game for me. So the fact that you can just skip the whole thing with this wrong warp really drew my attention. So
Luke making short work of it.
Does the quick version of it, where you summon the cannonball or the cannon immediately after getting the invisible object. And finally, Toxic Tower, a very technical level, wherein the snake can do double jumps if you're willing to practice them for like months. And then you have a bird section where it's very easy to die.
Oh, falling down. Oh, he seems to have righted himself.
Yeah, he should be okay. He's getting some of the double jumps, opting out of others.
It all comes down to which strats you feel safest and more comfortable doing in this level.
Yeah. So making it to halfway. Yeah, bird section, pretty much just a mash fest and trying to cut corners precisely, but it's actually somewhat easy to die here because the optimal route has you taking a damage boost, which Luke does here. And now you have to simultaneously mash as fast as you can and dodge these bees. Anyone which could cause death.
Not to be taken lightly. Shokushu having some problems here. I get through that. Looks like he makes it through. Not quite getting up in 3. But overall, relatively good world 6 for Luke. I can't think of many mistakes that he made, actually. This is probably gold for him.
Yeah, it was very good.
That's a hard cutlass to dodge.
Yeah, Shokushu getting hit there. Very, very common.
Coming on to Screech's sprint now. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yikes.
For Shokushu.
Yeah. I always thought that strat was scary.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, he's going for the jump. Oh,
Oh no!
No.
The half jump.
And
only 2 years. Only 2
so
years.
Luke just went for a strat called the jump. And it's something that is popularized by runner Dragon Ball Joseph, who did that strat on PB pace and pretty much insists it's the easiest trick, but everyone else thinks it's incredibly hard. The fact that Luke even went for it is amazing.
He almost got it too. But he got it, I guess, but a little bit of a flub near the end, while Shokushu falls down Windy Well and start the level again from halfway.
Dang.
It's a tough level to die on.
Yikes.
Going through the final corridors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks like Luke got gold Dixie here. That is pretty swag. If he did that on purpose, then I'm really impressed. The jump is it's definitely spelled like juice, but all I know is Dragon Ball Joseph is known to go into people's streams and say that if they just did the jump, they would PB because it's free.
Yes.
And he can say that because his PB does have the jump. Alright, Shokushu seems to have finally made it out of Windy Well. It looks like from here on out there's not too many obstacles. I have no idea how he got the gold Dixie. I've never seen that.
There are a few levels where your sprite will change colors. There's one in Jungle Jinx, completely changes the target, the gold target.
Yeah, it's like it loads the wrong palette for that sprite based on how you spawn it.
Right, and most notably also in Top Sail Trouble, if you take the warp to the top of the level and then try to go for the safe strat of jumping behind the goal and then swapping, but missing and hitting the goalpost, it turns to these boombox gold.
Dang.
Yeah, I have a highlight of that on my channel.
Nice.
I thought I discovered something new.
Luke ducking under the cannonballs here, which he thinks is safer for him, which I find amazing. And Shokushu here holding his run in his hands, trying not to lose over a minute by losing that barrel.
Oh, I'm having a little bit of trouble here with this throw. Looks like he made it through though. Shokushu going for the glitch. Brings up the visual cue, breaking the barrel, taking damage.
Yep. Just stand in the right spot. Don't jump too early, and he nailed it. And we got some blue Kongs over on Luke's side.
Led by Dixie. I believe he tried to do the task strat of getting hit by the clouds just as they're being shot and then matching out of it.
Nice.
Which has been proven to save literally no time. Luke in the home stretch now. The purple cloud phase. These clouds will actually reverse your controls and then turn them back right at the last second so you can run face first into K. Rool. What a nice guy.
See, speaking of which, Shokushu throws his girlfriend.
A strat that Luke did not do. Oh, he did do it. My mistake. And Luke lining up the final throw.
Congratulations, Luke.
Finishing the game with solo Diddy. And for the donkey uppercuts. Congratulations, Luke, on finishing first in your race. We'll see if we can get him in here for an interview. While Shokushu is now attempting chain link chamber wrong warp.
Alright, going to try to get an invisible object. Throw it at the right time and spot, and you get a cannon, which magically teleports you out of the level. Kyushu opting for the traditional route through the level, which will save time over someone who goes for the double jumps and misses a lot of them.
Yo, what up?
Hi, Luke. Congratulations.
Hey, how's it
Luke.
going? Thanks.
How do you feel right now?
Pretty good. I hate dying, but it was fun anyway.
Yeah, it's unfortunate Web Woods. But
Oh,
it looked
yeah.
like you
I
were
was
on
thinking
the
about-
pace for a while.
Yeah. And I thought Mudhole was stupid because I went for a safer strat and died anyway. At midpoint.
Yes. Yeah. What happened there exactly? I missed it.
Well, instead of like rolling off the dock and then doing the crazy under the island roll thing, you can just like jump off the dock and then roll between two islands and then just jump past the chest, and I kind of just missed the edge. So, oh, I didn't dot done.
I see. So you were trying to skip midway, but in a different
yeah.
way? Interesting. I've never seen that before.
Luke, I had a
Love
question
it,
for
what
you
you did.
actually.
Yeah, what's up?
Your setup for the Eagle Pit skip at the end of Web Woods. Why don't you talk about that for a little bit? Why do you choose to do that route as opposed to the damage boosts that are shown on the wiki?
Eagle Pit in Webwoods? Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
last
know.
one.
I don't like shooting the web like out in front of you and then like jumping before it like opens. I don't know, that's like I just really never tried it, and I just tried to figure out a way to do it without having to do that scary web jump thing. I don't know what you guys call it. I forgot what it was
Oh yeah,
called.
it's a leap of faith that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think what Dustpan meant is earlier when you first leave the last sort of safe ledge, you shoot a web downward instead of going sort of up to the right like other runners would normally do.
Oh yeah, because if you stay low, you can just keep throwing up platforms and fall. If you start low in that section, then you can just make platforms and fall, and then make platforms and then make it to the end. So that ends up getting rid of the leap of faith web trick, I guess.
See. Gotcha.
Yeah, because
Cool.
once I do that, then I just stack webs, fall, take damage like way further than you normally would, and then just stack webs again and get over the wall.
So it's a little bit safer than you would think.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. It's kind of stupid. I wouldn't recommend anyone doing webwoods like that, though.
You did a lot of very interesting strats, we'll call them. Drum slime was definitely a highlight for me. It was amazing you got that.
Oh yeah, dude, I got the setup for that now. I know why it fails everyone if they go for it. There's like a specific part of the rope you have to like get to before you jump over to the next rope section. And if you do that, it works like every time. I can maybe show or make a video later or something.
Sure.
We would all appreciate that, definitely.
Yeah.
Here, Shokushu is going through the Indiscretia sprint right now, and he can't take damage to any of these vines. If he makes it, then it will be a deathless gauntlet.
Which is never. Oh no, and he hits.
Oh my goodness. That's
not having a good time right now.
Yeah.
Oh
so, yeah,
no.
Also, I believe your Clapper's Cavern strat. That's pretty new, isn't it?
Yes, right before throw your girlfriend, you jump in and out of the water.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I went for that. I think because I was practicing it the other day, and I already rolled for it, so I just went for it. But it basically, if you bait out that fish to like chomp at you, and then you jump out of the water, when he tries to like go after you again, he misses like every time. So
yeah,
you
it's
kind
like
of
he
just
kept
like
trying to get you, and you
yeah.
kept. Cool.
So if you jump in, and it's not really faster unless you do it like super optimally. I think what I did was, well, I don't know. You skip the bouncing off the clapper too, and you're rolling off the edge. I don't know. I just did it. I probably shouldn't have done it. That toxic was really bad too.
We were definitely treated.
It looks like you got about 2/3 of the jump there. You got the main parts. That was awesome.
Yeah, you're the first runner of the tournament to attempt the jump.
The hardest part is like trying to jump right when Dixie lets go of like the other rope.
Yeah.
Like if you don't jump right away, then you won't fit, and it sucks. But yeah, I tried to go for it.
Yeah, you got the actual jump part though. So.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest part. The hardest part for me is the ropes.
The ropes are very hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shokushu on the final boss now. So it's like he should be done in about 3 minutes. Let's see what happens here.
Taking Dixie strats to make sure that he flies over these cannonballs. Looks like he's having nothing about dying on K. Rool today, folks. He's having none of that.
Don't you dare. He's totally going to be K. Rool right now. No.
Well, grats to Shokushu for winning because I was disqualified.
Right.
A really good run.
You brought this on yourself.
I know.
You were made very clear of the rules, and you deliberately disobeyed them. So
I know. I'm sorry.
Enjoy the losers bracket. While
I'll try.
Shokushu will be taking on the 8th rank, I believe, Christmas. A very talented runner in her own sense, in her own right, playing the game for a very long time. How do you feel about your next?
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think ducking under the cannonballs in that one section is easier. I'm just putting this out there. If you stand in like this spot, you don't get hit. I think it's easy.
How big is the spot?
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to play with it, but
is.
I hate jumping around the stupid thing, so I think I'm gonna always do it.
I don't know how I would time the throw because when I do the throw setup, you gotta be a little further away.
Oh yeah.
So how do you feel about your next round matchup, Luke, with Chris?
Well, I'm gonna get destroyed, so I feel pretty at peace, and I accept that I'm gonna get demolished. Unless I get insanely lucky. If I get Arctic Skip.
Yeah, the Arctic Skip.
Is that RTA viable yet?
Yeah. I just haven't told anyone yet.
We figured you were holding back some
yeah.
architects.
Ooh, Shokushu Getting both red Kongs and blue Kongs. Will you
Blue
get purple
Kongs.
Kongs to finish off?
Complete the rainbow.
I was gonna purple Kong, but I think I would have gotten hit.
It's too bad you can't do the blue Diddy glitch with the other clouds.
Yeah.
Alright, so not getting hit by the purples, which is actually really good. You may want to switch from Dixie here, because she can get sucked in a lot easier. Oh,
Looks like
yeah, I
he,
figured that was going to happen. Sometimes K-Roll flip sides, depends on where the camera is. Alright.
It's hard. It's hard to do that last thing. Even if like the strat of like rolling while you're getting stuck, like it's still hard. I always hate being Dixie at the end.
Shokushu finishing.
Man, that was really scary.
Congratulations, Shokushu. Good run.
Finishing
Chris-
his run off with the Donkey Shoryuken.
Yeah,
GG.
I'm really happy to see that run finish successfully after coming so close in, I believe, it was Slime Climb.
Chris, I know you've been secretly practicing. I mean, you can pretend all you want, but
Oh, it doesn't look like Shokushu is in the Discord right now. I know he's on the DKC Discord.
Let's see if we can get him in here as well.
I think someone's gonna have to drop an invite to the channel, into the SRL channel, an invite into the Discord.
I got it.
Let's see if we can get him in here for an interview. Oh, for the fans, Luke, can you correctly pronounce your name for us?
oh, it's Lukelogiudice. Lukelogiudice.
Lukelogiudice.
Lukelogiudice. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Italian.
Lukelogiudice. Okay. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Literally for the first time. Lukelogiudice.
Do you have any future goals here, Luke? Outside the tournament for this game?
Oh yeah, just like get better at it. I guess keep practicing and doing more runs. And I always like to just play around with maybe trying to find new tech. I think I have the most fun doing that than anything. It's just playing with the game. But ever since I started doing runs, I'm like seeing how much fun it is. So I think I just want to learn like optimal toxic tower and stuff like that.
I'm still waiting to see if Shokushu will come in for an interview. Shokushu pointing out in chat that his game was in French. It's been timed that the playing the game in French on DKC2 does not save any time, but it only saves time in Donkey Kong Country 3. As proven by the world record being in French.
Shokushu will be
There's a lot
stepping
of
in for
lag
an interview.
there.
This is a preview. Coming at just 1 hour from now will be another match in this tournament. It will be Mitch versus Antilles.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Yes, that's going to be commentated by people that are not us. It'll be Namix and Smart Alec 0624. I gotta ask, Luke, what's going on with your playback here?
Oh, I always do that. I have a bad plug on my splitter, and so if I just switch the cable to that, it just gets all screwed up.
Oh, feels like I'm back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Looking at channels I shouldn't be looking at.
It's really weird because the spider seems to come, like, just materialize in the middle of the screen.
Yeah. It does different things depending on like what's being shown through it. It's really weird.
gonna send Shokushu here a message with the Discord invite.
I already sent him an invite already.
Oh, you did?
Only Discord, only post it here. He says he needs to get on a computer.
So he's in the race channel right now on the Donkey Kong Country Discord, not the race channel Discord.
Hi.
Here he is. Hi, Shokushu.
Hey.
Sorry, I went on the wrong Discord.
GG, dude.
Yes, congratulations on finishing. Why don't you talk about your run a little bit? Looks like you're having a little bit of a hard time there.
Yeah, actually, it was kind of a de-rust run. I haven't played in like 2 months.
Oh no.
I guess it appeared a bit in my play. I died.
It's exciting to watch, though. We were rooting for you when you got to Slime Climb there. Came down to the wire last life, but then pulled through.
Yeah, I thought I would at least put a show.
Awesome. You rolled us deep.
Yeah, you really got us. One thing though, if I could ask you for a favor, can you tell us how you pronounce your name?
Shokushu?
Shokushu. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was saying it wrong.
I
Apologies.
think we all were. Shokushu.
Shokushu.
Okay.
Does it mean anything?
No.
It sounds cool though.
Yeah. Thank you.
How long have you been playing the game?
I've started this year. In April maybe.
Okay. And is your time on the leaderboards correct? I think I heard you recently sub 50'd.
Yeah, actually I'm 49:30, I think.
Okay.
But I didn't submit on the leaderboards because I did it off stream. I don't have a video for it.
I understand.
What would you say are some highlights from your last run?
Definitely getting first try DLC.
Yeah, that was awesome. Toxic was also clean as well.
Usually a run killer for me.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the hardest.
You both put on a very impressive performance. You should be proud as Luke goes on to the second round to face Christmas, while Shokushu makes his way down to the loser bracket, and will be facing. I have the
It's
bracket.
undetermined, so I just checked.
Oh, okay.
No,
When does that next match have to take place by?
The next race is at 10 p.m., but we could start at any time. It seems as though we have a large number of viewers going right now, so we can
need the
switch.
races. Looks like Antilles is idle. So I figure we'll probably cut the stream in the meantime.
And I didn't watch the restream, but how was your run, Luke?
It went pretty good. I did a lot of stupid stuff, but I think that I still kept it together at the end. Nothing. I had a little bit of a Webwoods Infinite, but it wasn't too bad. It's really hard in that level, like when you're starting to die and stuff, to kind of keep it together and just like focus, you know?
Yeah, I had the first damage boost and I decided to not take the second one.
Yeah, it just feels like so bad, so... Other than that, I had a few deaths elsewhere too, but it wasn't anything too crazy.
Well, I'm glad you made it. You still beat my PB in the race.
Yeah, same to you though. Oops, I didn't throw.
Yeah, after dying 5 times in Crockhead, I wanted to forfeit so bad.
Yeah, it's like the worst feeling.
Yeah, it's a hard level, and especially that early on in the run when you start hitting that infinite, it's hard to get out of that mentality.
Yeah.
Where, we powered through and had a very respectable run for a D-Rust.
Yeah. Next one will be better, I promise.
Awesome, man. That's what I like to hear. Well, I think both of you guys for participating. It was a good race.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good
thanks
luck
for
with
the
your,
cool commentary and stuff.
No, it was our pleasure. Good luck with your second round opponents. Also,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need all the luck I can get.
that should definitely be a very, very interesting race. As we stated earlier, Christmas being a legend at this game, and coming up against the new kid, should spell for a very, very exciting race.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching.
Now, be sure to come back soon for the next race, which is Holy Meh, or Mitch as he's known in our in the challenge bracket, versus Antilles 58. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later.
See
Thank
ya.
you.
Bye-bye.